Geography optional paper 2. It's been a long journey. Today is the 65th session. Welcome you all to the. Hi all. Good afternoon. And I welcome you all to the last class of this master stroke Geography optional paper 2. It's been a long journey. Today is the 65th session. So around 65 sessions go in paper 1 and paper 2 also. So we have around 130 lectures odd program. And people who would join me from paper 1, we bring the course to an end, paper 1 and paper 2. So I'll be waiting for all people to join in. I have just started the class around 4-5 minutes early so that people can join in, and your last day, your queries and all other things will be dealt with in this class. So right in the beginning, if you have anything on the last day to contribute, you can very well contribute your questions, your queries, and obviously we have some area to talk of, so that also I will be talking about. Good afternoon to all. Good afternoon. Some of you would have missed the classes and you've come only for the last one. So welcome. After a long gap, you're coming back. Waiting for everyone to join. In between, if you have something, some query, you can very well write. And by noon, I had received a lot of answers. So those answers have also been incorporated. Okay, Naman says, greetings, please find my answer. But Naman, 3 बजे का तो time नहीं था ना? Time was till noon. So people who have submitted after noon, already a lot of backlog to correct that. Good afternoon, Akash, Sartaj, Neha, welcome. Good afternoon, Naman, Anshika. Good afternoon to all. Just waiting for everyone to join in. So this is your last class for people who have attended the sessions from both paper 1 and paper 2. Some of you might say, sir, this is not my last class, sir, मैं recording देखूंगा. I keep on watching all those things. So all that will stay. But the fact is, the fun and joy of a live class where you can interact with your teacher, where you can see how your batchmates are doing, compare with others' answers. That part is gone. Yes or no? That part is gone. Some new things will be added to the course every year, every course. I keep on redesigning. No? That takes a lot of time, but I make sure that I do that. Okay, so quickly, if anything from your side, any questions? Which somebody wrote to me, sir, certain topics need to be done. I'll be including them also. एक tsunami बचा हुआ है. One tsunami is left, and the other one is I think somebody wrote sir, energy security for India नहीं करा है. ऐसे तो हो गया in resources, but I don't think so that it should be a problem. But अगर किसी को problem कर रहा है, so I'll be talking of that. Neeraj said I was not able to take yesterday's class on contemporary issues and environment due to an emergency. I was unable to complete those 8 assignment questions also. I just did 4 questions. I will definitely complete those answers and will submit. Okay, the submission deadline is gone, Neeraj. Abhi, you can submit because there are many people who submit to me. Yes, no? They keep on submitting to me, but that at times, like there are people who are doing recording classes of paper 1 also, and then because all my classes have some form of an assignment or the other, so they generally like to do the assignment and send it to me. So at times, those old submissions I'm not able to track them. So I have a request, people who are planning to join the new course. New course begins tomorrow. कुछ नया geography को एक तरह से orient करके we will be starting that. Get that people who joined me from paper 2 do not miss your paper 1 classes. You can be in the orientation class tomorrow also. So tomorrow we'll be talking, and I do plan to bring in a lot of ideas, newer ideas this time from Geography Made Simple. That book we have not done. इस बार उस पर भी कुछ काम करने का plan है. So that is there. I am still looking at your answers. Answers were submitted, and many of you have really done very well. So once I have gone through the answers, it will take me around 5 days to process, and probably after that I'll be able to invite some of you for GIDG and the ideas on the Geography Club also. Get that? So that is going to be there. Actually, let me upload today's file also now that people have joined. So let me upload the file. Good afternoon, Ambuj. Okay, and I think many of you attended the environment class. So evening we have the environment class. I will be going into 2 parts of it. 3 parts of the lecture on environment today. One will be the basic, then second will be the advanced concept, and many PYQs will also be practiced in that. So people who are doing environment, and environment is something, if we lose touch, it is better to again get it revised. So don't miss your environment classes which are at 6 p.m. If you've already done that, it's absolutely okay. वो revision जरूरी है. Get that? So make sure you are in that. Respect, sir. I am following something. क्या लिखा है? ऊपर चला गया. Siddharth का comment. I'm following this course on recording mode. Till date, I have reached up to mid course. Since it is the last class, I am here to thank you. Found it very helpful. Thanks a lot, Siddharth. And I'm inviting you for paper 1 live classes if you can do those. Maybe like probably you are with a job or something. So is this Siddharth? I think your name is Siddharth. So Siddharth, be a part of those live classes in paper 1. जो अभी शुरू होने वाला A to Z geography. Everyone with me? Somebody wrote me a message yesterday, sir. I was really inspired when I attended the foundation classes, and sir, as the classes progressed, my ideas of education changed. So he's written a lot, like whatever he gained from it, and he says, so the biggest thing which I've got is integrity. That's great. So he says, I've maintained the integrity, but he has a complaint. And the complaint is, sir, you did not tell us many stories. In the beginning of the batch, there were a lot of stories. So if there were a lot of stories, that was to set the game for you, yes or no? Stories were there to set the game for you, to set the context. After context comes the content, yes or no? Remember in the introduction, first comes the context. Those stories were to set the context for you. Get that? And then I have to cover a course, no? Yes. So that was the content. So new batch tomorrow start, but क्या prelims क्या है? Sorry, Pragati is writing. क्या ये prelims से पहले complete होगा? Waiting for new batch. Oh yes, prelims से बिल्कुल पहले complete होगा Pragati. It has to finish before prelims. So the batch which I'm starting, A to Z of geography, will finish before prelims. So don't have any doubts about that. सताज, हेलो सर, joined on Unacademy. मैंने आपका लास्ट फाउंडेशन कोर्स वॉच कर लिया है, तो पहले मेरे को पता नहीं था आपका न्यू कोर्स कब आ गया है. पता है नेक्स्ट मंथ आएगा, तो मुझे न्यू कोर्स का फाउंडेशन देखना जरूरी थोड़ी है. सिर्फ पेपर 1 का कोर्स आप जब स्टार्ट करेंगे तब मैं ज्वाइन करूँ. तो सताज, फाउंडेशन एवरी टाइम इज डिफरेंट, बट इफ यू हैव डन द फाउंडेशन एंड यू डन द रीडिंग्स, इट्स परफेक्टली ओके. आप सीधा A to Z जो शुरू होगा 7th of October से, वहां से भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. बट एज आई सेड दैट इन द फाउंडेशन दिस टाइम आई विल बी इंक्लूडिंग मेड सिंपल. इस बार मैं एनसीईआरटी नहीं ला रहा हूं, और व्हाट इज इट, जीसी लियोंग नहीं. आई वांट टू इंक्लूड ज्योग्राफी मेड सिंपल. ठीक है? So that is a challenge. अपने लिए भी चैलेंज होना चाहिए ना. So that is what we are doing. हाँ, तो we were talking about like that complaint which I've got, that sir, the story was missing. The story was to set the context. When you understood what the context is, what inspires me to run the course, when you understood that what the course is going to be about, then I had to switch over to content. And content, geography is huge. So we made sure that we have touched upon all aspects of it. Some students have requested, sir, वो perspectives का और कुछ advanced perspectives होना चाहिए. and advanced geomorphology and climatology. So that also another second thing. So I get all the feedbacks. So everyone, I do feel, when I talk to you, when I every day make you think and link, I do find the class is not ready for advanced perspective. Yes or no? Though I've done perspectives with you, all those things. So I have a suggestion that let's do A to Z. Let's do A to Z geography, and then we will bring those advanced perspectives. And I also believe that those advanced perspectives are very, very helpful when you're giving mains. So मेरा plan ये भी है कि A to Z, the complete course will be completed before prelims. Why don't we bring advanced perspective, advanced geomorphology and climatology after prelims? So that will give you a very good opportunity to be back with me in my live classes. And by that time, your mindset will also be, preparation bhi ho chuka hai. I've gone through GS also, optional also. There, things will be different. So that is my scheme of things. Get that? So A to Z, 7th of October, Guru Prasad, welcome. Arif says, sir, are GID submissions still open? The GID submissions were open till 12. जो लोग 12 बजे तक submit करेंगे करेंगे. ठीक है, I will go through them. And that is one of the criteria. How do you write in these? And other is how you have been working on your assignment. Supreet has something, sir. A to Z will include paper 1 and paper 2. Just join, sir. If I'm making you repeat, Supreet, yes. A to Z geography will be both paper 1 and paper 2. In fact, now many of you have already done paper 2, so it will be easy for me to integrate paper 1 with paper 2. That is why I have come up with the third category of course. First category of courses which I launched on Unacademy was PGC and FGC, Physical Geography Curriculum and Human Geography Curriculum. Second category was paper 1, paper 2. And third category is A to Z Geography course. So A to Z Geography course is about paper 1 and paper 2 combined, in which paper 1 will be coming first. Do you get that, Supreet? And the foundation begins from tomorrow. And as usual in foundation, we have some tests also. So वो test भी मैं रखने वाला हूँ. चलिए, so that's it. तो आज क्या करेंगे? आज भी कुछ कंटेंट भी होना चाहिए. And remember, two areas where we should be able to create something. A to Z course will last how long? I think it should be finished by if you're starting in October, November, December, January, February. That's my intention. February, maybe some things spills over to March, but not beyond that. Mostly what we will be doing in February and March will be paper 2. So paper 2 is what will help you in GS also. So mostly those current contemporary things will be coming. Do we get that? So I'll orient it towards prelims also. So that is where we will be finishing A to Z. Is everyone okay with that? A to Z की timeline भी आ गई है. There is an Ask Me Anything session also coming in. Ask Me Anything session which has been shared on the Telegram group. I don't know how many of you've seen that. So that also is there. You can be a part of that. True. (27th September). Yes. What is the nature of introduction? Anything, be it essay, be it an answer, be it an essay or an answer. We have this format now. Intro, body, conclusion. Yes. So what does introduction do? Sets the context of the answer. True. Is it okay? I've already been talking about that. Any introduction? It sends a message to the examiner about the writer who has written the message. So whether this person is intelligent, understanding, wisdom, सब इसमें आता है. Introduction. An introduction also creates a loop, creates a hook to attract the attention of the examiner. Is everyone okay? So is introduction about the answer? Is introduction about the answer? Definitely it is about the answer, but it is not the answer. Is everyone okay? Introduction is not the answer. Introduction is setting the platform, foreground for the answer. 100-meter race, 0-meter, 100-meter race. So this person is ready to run. Where is his front foot? On the line. पीछे का पैर इधर. Yes or no? Do we get that? So this is on the line. On the line. Yes or no? This part is before the line, and this part is when you cross it. Yes. This is where your line is left behind, and this is beyond the line. Everyone with me? Please tell me, where is introduction then? Where is introduction? Where is introduction of an answer? If I take the analogy of a race. So your introduction lies here. Is everyone okay? Introduction to the answer lies here. If introduction lies here, Are you allowed to say something which is outside the topic but related to the topic? What is that called? Context. So when I introduced geography to you in the foundation or in the first few lectures, was I allowed to be outside geography? Was I allowed to give you a story? Yes or no? Did that story set the game for you? Was I allowed to talk about rules of a class? Was I allowed to tell you that what is my way of doing? Did I set you with what are the expectations of the course? Yes or no? When somebody says, sir, story nahi aayi beech mein, so do you understand? Story I was allowed there only. Now I am on the content. So what is this? This is the chapter-wise content of the course. Yes? Everyone with me? Is the audio fine? Is the audio fine? Some static. Let's live with some static. Is it okay? Okay, let me see. Slight disturbance. एक बार refresh कर दें. Should I refresh? Everyone, am I audible now? Yes. Okay. So everyone, from this diagram, are you clear that in introduction you can create a loop, a hook to attract the attention of the examiner? Have you seen in the essay somebody starts with a story? That is called an anecdote. Yes or no? Do you start with a quotation? Everyone, there is a simple rule. It is not that some people have learned how to write a good introduction or something. There is a simple rule that introduction is not about. It is not on the topic. It is before the topic. But one very important thing is it should be in contact with the topic. It should be the context of the content. It cannot be random. Do we get that? Is everyone okay? That is one. Then we went into the class. In the content, we had to have content also plus a lot of practice and assignments. Those of you who have done that, I'm very, very sure something has happened. True or not? So let's come to the course of it. We went chapter wise. And we were guided by the syllabus and PYQ. True. We were doing some reading also, some practice also, some assignments also, some answer writing also. What have we gained out of it? Everyone, what have we gained out of it? What have we gained out of it? So I want you to go to your school days. Yes? Please write down how much you scored in standard 10th, how much you scored in standard 12th. Can you write it somewhere? In percentage terms. Remember that? Your name, your date of birth, your school, your domicile, everything is there in these tangible certificates. Yes or no? True? Perfect. You belong to different schools, but in the end, did you get something like this in your hand? Your 10th class mark sheet, your 12th class mark sheet, your name, your date of birth, everything mentioned over there. Hear that? Are you happy with this? Are you sad with this, about this? Happy, sad, proud, not so proud? True? Possible? If you got 97%, would you be happy or not? Would you be happy? 97% is equal to happy? 97% is equal to proud? Yes or no? Not necessary. Not necessary. True. Maybe you are happy and proud. Maybe the significant people in your life are not happy and proud with that. True. Maybe you got this marks, but for that marks, you had to give up many things. You are not very happy because of that. True or not? Some, instead of proud, are arrogant. Possible? Yes or no? These are objects. These are experiences. Yes or no? Someone might have scored only 70%, but maybe the happiest because that was the best phase of my life. Even 70%. Someone with 97% may also be unhappy. Am I correct or not? True or not? So I don't know why you came to my geography optional classes. I was offering you two things. There were certain objects, there was some content, plus some experiences. Content is dead. I tried to make it interesting. I invited you into doing many things. Content is available in the books, on the internet, through notes, everywhere it is available. Yes. Were you able to get adequate content in the course? Were you able to get adequate content in the course? If not, that's also okay. You can. This is your last day of the course. You might say, no, I'm not able to answer still, and I don't see, like my content in here. Was the course giving you the content? Maybe you've not read it much. True. And then comes a bigger thing. Which no teacher can give. Which you have to experience. The wisdom, the learnings of the course. Did you get that also? So I'm looking at, if you wish to, you can share your experience. What did you gain? Many people had eureka moments. You keep on writing to me. 1 word, 2 word, if you feel the course has given you something. Yes, there were some stories, some jokes here and there in between, but as I said, this was not the time where I was supposed to give you many jokes and stories. True. I'm sure many of you experienced breakthrough sessions. Can I say breakthrough session is an experience session? Many of you learned comparative learning when I showed you the answers of the toppers. Yes, many of you were able to create and clear your bottlenecks to reading, thinking, writing. I don't know, many of you do write to me that, sir, I gained confidence, which I generally am lacking. Many people have also written to me, sir, it's a totally new meaning of learning. People have written to me, your experiences might be very different. I'm just sharing some of them. Yes. So the intention was, this is available. So people can get this in recordings. People can get this in notes. I'm saying there are no guarantee to experiences. And trust me, people who have spent their life collecting objects, they really die dissatisfied. Life is about experiences. It is not just about a course. It is about certain transformational things that happen to us. This is what my meaning of education has been. If your experience was that Sachin sir was able to extract out of me what is hidden in me, I think that was the intention of my course. It was not just fill in geographical data with you. Yes, if I was able to extract something in you, your self-confidence, your self-belief that even I can do it, I know and I'm no less. I can do it better than others. If I was able to do that, well, that would be something I would be very happy and I'm very proud of if I have done that. And just in case I've not been able to do that, well, it was a sincere effort which I tried, and I would want you to continue with that. Get that? So I got all this. I got content also. I got experience also. But sir, still, answer to aata nahi hai. How many of you are feeling that? I got experiences, I got content and everything, but I still am not able to give my best. How many of you feel that? So the course was fine. Course gave me, yes. So not only your course, many courses have given me this feeling I am not able to excel. True. So on the last day, the teacher should not be arrogant to say, "Dekho bachcho, ab tumne padh liya, pass ho jaoge." No. I know the real things. You were inspired, and in turn, you inspired me a lot. This batch was really doing amazing, right? Really, till the end, most of you who were consistent kept on working, kept on submitting assignments also, and I could also see significant improvement also. There's no denial to that. But I do see, like many of you would say that I got experiences also, sir. I got content also, sir, but I'm not able to give my best. True. Yes. True or not? So why not we work on that? Why don't we work on that? So I realized answer writing is a really difficult, different muscle, as you've told earlier, but I feel I improved on that. Very good, Neeraj. You improved on that. So everyone tell me, any skill that you develop, what does it require to get concretized and optimized? What is required? Which words? Somebody says, so practice is required. Okay, practice is required. What is required for master a skill? Skill to be mastered effortlessly. Consistency, okay. Tanvi says repetition. Absolutely, repetition is practice. Sir, more reading. Okay, so more reading means this thing. So skill ka practice chahiye. Skill is not just about reading, Ajit. Reading, memorizing, yes, writing. Okay, something else. It's an application chahiye. Apply karna chahiye. Application. Rigorous practice. Rather says rigorous practice. Okay. जल्दी जल्दी बताओ यार क्या चाहिए मतलब I am talking about real things towards the end of the course. Curiosity चाहिए. अंजलि curiosity तो अब तो कोर्स खत्म. अगर अभी तक curiosity नहीं थी तो बड़ी वो है, थर्स्ट चाहिए। आई थिंक क्यूरियोसिटी की जगह वन इज थर्स्ट। व्हाट इज थर्स्ट वो भी देखते हैं, ठीक है, थर्स्ट भी देखते हैं। समथिंग स्टिल मिसिंग, समथिंग दैट इज नीडेड, समथिंग दैट इज मिसिंग। विजडम टू अप्लाई इन रियल वर्ल्ड, तो ये एप्लीकेशन है ना, रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशन। थिंकिंग लिंकिंग आनी चाहिए, ओके, थिंकिंग एंड लिंकिंग, सो व्हाई थिंकिंग एंड लिंकिंग, perfect, because when the time came to write 2 mains in a day, it needs rigorous practice. Okay, rigorous practice, perfect, chale theek hai. So everyone, you just said, many of you said that I'm not in a position to optimize it. Why did this not happen? Why did this not happen? ये अभी तक कोर्स में क्यों नहीं हुआ? Why did this not happen? Quickly. You told me that yes sir, we got everything, we got the content, we got the experiences, but still we are not the best. Why did this not happen? शायद आप कह रहे हैं lack of interest. Okay, तो शायद आपका lack of interest है. Quickly, why did this not happen? Lack of urgency, lack of focus, interest, urgency, focus, discipline. Okay, what else? क्यों नहीं हुआ यार? It happened with, I can see in my works, but it needs more improvement. Okay, it's incomplete. करंट टॉपिक तो पढ़ लेते हैं, ये भी कर लेते हैं, प्रीवियस रह जाता है, सो रिवीजन, लैक ऑफ कंसोलिडेशन, स्टैमिना नहीं है, ओके, कंसिस्टेंसी. एवरीवन, आर यू इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग व्हाट आई फील, व्हाट इज लैकिंग? एवरीवन एंड पीपल हु आर लिसनिंग टू मी इन रिकॉर्डिंग, डू यू नो व्हाट इज लैकिंग? देयर इज अ मैन इन द डेजर्ट, देयर इज अ मैन in the desert and he's dying because there is no water. In his death wish, the devil comes and he says, I will give you water if you give me your soul. Remember ऐसे कौन सी वो, what movies are this, English movie में कौन सा वो? You give your soul to the devil, मैं भूल गया. And the person says, yes, give me water, I'm willing to give you my soul. What is missing is thirst. Lucifer types, बिल्कुल. Yes. What is missing is thirst for success. Somebody said lack of interest. Thirst for your dream, no matter what it takes. वो नहीं. So I think I told people who joined me in paper 1. People who joined me in paper 1, I told this incident of my life. So my girlfriend said, will you marry me? I said, yeah, I will marry someday. Right now, let my career settle and other things. She said, I can't wait. I said, you must wait. Abhi aise thodi na, let's not be in a hurry. She said, no, I can't wait because my parents are really, really concerned and they want me to get married. I said, what difference does it make? You and I want to get married, so why we bother about the parents? She said, I'm bothered about my parents. You are not. Yes. So when are we getting married? I said, come on, man, this is blackmail. I don't know. What does it mean? So she said, okay, it's no issues. If you are not willing to commit at this point in time, I'm fine. Then I'll go ahead and marry someone else. Yes, will you believe it? So I was somewhere in Brazil, if you remember. I was somewhere in Brazil on a ship and I get to talk to her and she says, this is the situation. And I said, come on, nonsense. So be in your senses, let's think and this we can work out, blah, blah, blah. जो मुझे कहना था मैंने बकवास किया. True. She was serious. She was serious. So on my journey back from Brazil to Britain, yes, in Atlantic Ocean, I get a message. So I'm going ahead with this alliance. I said, too much of blackmail. Yeah, this is nonsense. Get that? When I'm reaching the port, probably Europe, then I get to know the engagement is fixed. Then I'm thinking, all tension here. Matlab, I have what? Lack of urgency, lack of focus, lack of discipline, lack of consistency, no stamina, no revision. Chal raha hai. And then suddenly the thought dawned upon me that this is the girl I want to spend my life with. And just because of my indecisiveness, I'm about to lose the girl. True. And I told the captain, I want to get down. He said, nonsense. You've just come. It is not possible. I said, well, chalve na lal salam. Main to aage nahi chal raha. He said, are you mad? Are you out of your mind? I said, the world stops. this is what I want in my life, the world stops. He said, your record, everything will be spoiled because you will be, like going out of turn and all this. I said, no matter what, stop. By that time, the news came that, even the engagement is done. Because रुक, मैं तो अभी उतर के जा रहा हूँ, जो करना कर ले. True or not? How many of you are really facing this with your preparation? How many of you are facing this with your preparation? Nobody. So lack of interest है. तो फिर क्यों भाई? What kind of a love affair are you in? Yes or no? That's called time pass. True or not? मुझे सर इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. इंटरेस्ट नहीं तो क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे यार? You can do something else, no? So I came back to India and I told her. She said, अब सब खत्म हो चुका है. I said, अभी शादी थोड़ी हुई, अभी खत्म कैसे होगा? अभी तो मैंने इंटरेस्ट लिया यार. So she said, no, you did not take interest when it was needed. I said, now I've taken interest. She said, what do I tell my father? I said, that's your problem. Did I ask you what do I tell my company, my captain and everything? I did not do that. She said, why should I say that? I said, because I'm back. She said, nonsense, but that is not the way, of asking me to marry. I said, forget the way. I was a fool. I did not know how to ask you to marry me. Yes, but now the fact is we're getting married. True. I came back and we got married probably 1.5 years after that event. Yes, or maybe 2 years. Maybe 2 years. We took our time. She just wanted a commitment from me, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I chose to be the person I love to be with for my life. If you're looking for your career, civil services as your career, and you're telling me there's lack of urgency, lack of interest, भाई एक ही टाइम मिलता है, एक ही मौका मिलता है, अगर नहीं किया तो स्टोरी खत्म. So I have one thing which I feel is there in most of the students who are preparing for civil services is thirst. No matter what, I can give my life for this. Trust me, you will not regret it. गलत काम करने को तो कह नहीं रहा हूँ. I'm not asking you to do anything wrong. I'm saying you have all the access to your teacher, you have all the access to everything. Why would you not do it? भाई करो ना. Yes or no? नहीं तो भाई पक्का मिस हो गया था. लड़की ने दिमाग बना लिया था. बड़ा मुश्किल है. She is very headstrong when it comes to things. I know her better now. Yes. So that's one. Second thing which is stopping you, everyone. Second thing which is stopping you. Let me tell you. Okay. Conclusion, no? Am I talking geography? Some of you might be wondering, sir, geography क्यों नहीं आ रहा? Because where am I? I'm in conclusion. Conclusion is about what? Bring the topic to a logical end. So I'm bringing your geography course to a logical end. Leave it on a futuristic note. Conclusion is about what could be the way ahead, what could be the future of this situation. And remember, if you're running a race, do you exactly stop at the line or do you keep running? Yes or no? Can I say conclusion is on and beyond? What is conclusion? Conclusion is on and beyond. What is introduction? Before and on. And what is body? On the topic. Is everyone okay? I'm just putting my course on this. So today is the time when I can ask you to go beyond geography. When I can ask you to increase your thirst. Yes or no? Yes, बढ़ाओ. तभी कुछ होने वाला. And one very important thing which I want. Can I tell you a story? Yes. 3 mathematicians. Top mathematicians. Mathematician, T-I-C-N. Is it a spelling? They are in a race to be the head of department. In the most prestigious mathematics college of the world. Will it be a prestigious race or not? Yes or no? So they were supposed to be tested. इनका एक test रखा गया. A test was kept for them. Yes. They were put in a room. And in that room, they were given a digital lock. The room had a digital lock. And to get the digits, you had to solve mathematical equations. True. Whosoever comes out of the room first will be declared the head of the department. चलेगा? Good test. Mathematics का भी test होता है. You people have solved numerical. Here is the test for head of the department. Get that? All 3 are the top teachers, top mathematicians of that university. Get that? And the day is fixed. Day is on a Saturday. Coming Saturday, you are going to give this test. We started preparing day in, day out. Yes or no? सारे formula revise कर लिए. Everything they were revising. A, B, and C. Get that? A went, with all the skill, everything. He was the best at it. He revised everything. This fellow practiced, tested everything once again. When A was revising, he realized that, some of the formulas are too complex. So he kept a few papers also in his pocket. Is it okay? You think only students carry that in their pocket? This fellow kept a pocket book also. ये तो पूरी किताब लेके पहुंच गया एग्जाम देने. You people think only you cheat? अरे teachers also यार, if they are stuck in a situation, they are student, no, at that time aspirant. कुछ हाथ पे लिख लिया, कुछ handkerchief पे लिख लिया, whatever they made. This guy was chilled, relaxed, absolutely chilled. True. These people kept on studying, and even on Friday night till 2 a.m. in the morning, they were revising. जैसे देखा मेरा equation फंसा, I will find out and I will come out. So many of you do that or not? Till 2 a.m. पढ़ रहा है सब कुछ. This guy 10 p.m. लंबा ऑफिस हो गया. True. They were allowed to enter the rooms on the day the test was. See that? The doors were closed and they were inside, and they were given the equations before. Solve these equations, the number lock will help you, and you can come out. See that? This fellow started solving, he used all his farras, and this fellow opened the book and they were thinking, okay, this. So there was a 7-digit code. So this guy was able to find 5 digits. This was stuck with only 4 digits. And then B came out of the room. And everybody clapped. Mr. B has passed. Then they went, the doors were opened for A and C, and Mr. B said, how are you? A and C were surprised. What happened? This guy was not even reading. He opened it first. Yes, he opened it. He was there in the room. He was wondering, like he looked at the formulas. Then before working, he looked at the lock. He wanted to check the lock, what it is, and he suddenly realized that the door was not even locked. He just opened the door and came out. So many of you are busy terrorizing yourself, demonizing yourself, having that guilt. मैंने ये नहीं पढ़ा, वो नहीं पढ़ा. UPSC lock will open if you are preparing. It is not about unnecessarily mugging up current affairs, unnecessarily mugging up case studies. There are so many people. Magarmach all around. Yes or no? Did you read my notes? See my notes. Question came from my notes. Okay? Question came from your notes. Question came on cloudburst. Cloudburst happened in the country. Everybody knew about it. True or not? So one is thirst. And can I say, you people are not with yourself. Calm and in control. Honestly, tell me, from the day you have decided to prepare for civil services, haven't you lost your calm? Aren't you running from teacher to teacher, book to book, PYQ to PYQ, test series to test series? Relax, yaar. बहुत करा दिया geography में. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं आएगा. Can we be okay? Come on, he is amongst the top 3 mathematicians of the top reputed college. उसको क्या टेंशन है यार? मुझे तो मैथ्स आता है. I know that. True or not? Tell me, has it happened to you in your school days that many people who were better with formulae, they had mugged up so many formulae, they were not able to get the answer, but you would get the answer? Question देखते ही पता चल जाता है यार ये answer. Yes or no? When will that happen? When your mind is calm and in control. Your mind is not calm. Your mind is not controlled. You are just running from here to there. So can I attend this course also, sir? Can I do the recording also, sir? I am not able to submit any assignment because morning to evening I keep on watching the videos. दिखता रहो. अरे यार, one GS and one optional, that's it. And the good thing is your optional is so amazing, वो सबको touch करता है. Isn't geography touching everything? Geopolitics या politics touch कर लेता है. Economic, geography, economy, society, whatever is needed. So if you're reading GS, your optional is getting ready already. And you should be very happy. आज शाम को environment करेंगे, बहुत सारे तो current affairs उसी में हो जाता है. True or not? Think about it. Think about it. If you are not able to do that, trust me, you keep on banging your head. And you are such amazing people. इतना बढ़िया आंसर लिखते हो, but एक दिन आया, उसके बाद फिर बिगड़ गया. Some people, like give me that spark of brilliance. Yes, but वो spark तक ही रहता है, उससे आगे नहीं जाता. True or not? So I told my captain I need to go back home. I need to get married. He said अभी तो कोई एज भी नहीं. मैंने कहा यार मेरी नहीं है, उसकी तो है. अब तो जाना ही पड़ेगा. True or not? And we took 2 years to even get married even after that. Because parents won't agree. Eastern UP, Western UP, ये वो सब कहानी. Yes, Punjabi है, Rajput है. All those stories will happen. It took time, but we were calm and in control. Once I told my girlfriend, यार ये सब मान नहीं रहे. Parents are not agreeing. भाग के कर लेते हैं शादी. Let's run away. She said, are you mad? Tomorrow you and I fight. Where will we go? I said, this is also good. So calm. They will agree. चिंता मत करो. And what about our children यार? दादा दादी नाना नानी होने चाहिए कि नहीं? भाग के कर रहे हैं. Yes, लाल सिंह चड्ढा है क्या? Why run? Calm and composed. बोले कहाँ जाएंगे? हमने तो शादी करनी है. We were clear that this is what we have to do. So if you are calm and composed, then I have to clear this examination no matter what. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. But the problem is, Sachin sir को impress करना है, इसलिए मैं एक आंसर लिख दूंगा. Sir, I'm in a job, sir, please see my answer. I don't impress me यार. If your answers are good, no, the graph will constantly show. Sachin sir को दिख ही जाए. It will start showing. True or not? That's what I'm saying. But then the fact is, वो थोड़ा बहुत जो हमें मिला है, that turns into arrogance. I'm saying, if you are just seeing this course as an experience, which has really brought you closer to clearing this examination, to the attitude that is needed for this examination, my job is done. मुझे और कुछ करना नहीं. मेरे पास तो और काम ही नहीं है यार. This is what I do year after year. Yes. So are you willing to give whatever it takes to clear the exam? एक बार देखें, do we know space relationship of India? IR में आता है, GS में IR आजकल रोज आ रहा है. India China चल रहा है कि नहीं? Sino India. That those buffer zones have been created. Some people today's Hindu newspaper is also talking about it. Like a village in Ladakh is saying, we have given more to them and we are moving back. है ना ये issue? Yes. India Bangladesh, India Sri Lanka, India Pakistan. आता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Structure and relief of India. Structure, remember the geological structure and relief of India. True. आप एक बात बताइए, यही आया ना क्वेश्चन GS 2022 आया Deccan Trap. Did it come or not? It will come यार, कोई डाउट ही नहीं है उसमें. The question will be coming. Drainage system and watershed. Do we understand? Yes. Physiographic region 33 यार, आप लोग मास्टर हो चुके हो उसके, कोई छोड़ा हमने उसे. Mechanism of monsoon. Yes. आज ही के हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर में मैंने डाला है कि राजस्थान में अर्ली विड्रॉल है. Early withdrawal. Did you read in the Hindu newspaper today? Today, the withdrawal of the monsoon begins. India Meteorological Department पे क्वेश्चन पूछ लेता है that warning system color code. ये तुमने किया यार. हाँ, कुछ स्पेसिफिक आ जाता है. That's why I said let's read what India Meteorological Department is. Tropical cyclone, disaster management, western disturbance, flood and drought. मतलब चवा के फेंक दिया. सब कुछ कर लिया. Climatic region of Thornwhite कर लिया, of Trivarta कर लिया और Koppen कर लिया. कर लिया नहीं कर लिया. खुल्लर में भी दिया हुआ है. Yes, natural vegetation. All types of natural vegetations we have done. Soil type and their distribution. हो गया. Everyone. Would you say कि सर ये clear है? इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं. And in major natural regions, when you're writing on it, the physical geography ऐसे डालो यार, क्या दिक्कत है? Yesterday we were talking about land resources, surface and groundwater. कितना इस पे काम कर लिया? Groundwater in agriculture we talked about this. Energy we talked about renewable energy, non-renewable energy. Somebody said energy security पे बता देंगे. Did we got the formula for metals, non-metals, for fuels, and do we have their distribution? Did we also look at the industrial region and the resource region? Yes. Biotic and marine resource मैंने कहा यार एक पढ़ लीजिए, इसमें कोई खास वो है नहीं. This is about probably the fish. And remember we did blue revolution. वो वहाँ से clear हो जाएगा. And in biotic, what do? We look at biodiversity, mostly biodiversity. But if you ask me, a current affair question can come about this. कौन सा है? Lumpy skin. Why? Lumpy skin. People who have आज मैंने ग्रुप पे डाला lumpy skin के लिए all about lumpy skin. हो सकता है biotic resource में वही आ जाए. Possible. So in Hindu explained today, I shared it on the groups also. कर लीजिए. Forest resource हमने कर लिया. Wildlife resource अगर आपके पास नहीं है तो आज environment में फिर करेंगे. Conservation, energy crisis I will be talking about in a short while. फिर से बात कर लेंगे energy crisis. Is the content there? Content is there. Yeah, I know this. But the thirst to do it now. Ask me any question right now on this. वो नहीं है. वो नहीं. True. So I don't have time. Even I did not have time. In fact, my captain said, it will be very bad for your career. Nothing happened to my career. It's my ability, no? It's my ability. So that's what I'm inviting you. Yes, कितना काम किया है? Irrigation, seed, fertilizer, power, institutional factors like land holding, land tenure, land reform, cropping patterns, सारे वो हमने देख लिया. Agricultural productivity, crop intensity, crop combination, land capability, agro and social forestry, homework भी दिया इस पर, green revolution, उसके सारे implication, dry zone farming, livestock resources, white revolution, aquaculture, blue revolution में किया, sericulture, apiculture. I think I shared it with the homework. हमने ये किया था. Agricultural region, agro-climatic zones, agro-ecological regions. People who participated in the discussion also there. Also I did a breakthrough session in the master stroke test also. If you keep on looking at this one by one, we will be coming across. ये सब हमने कर लिया. True. So paper industry ने किया. Paper industry का dead part तो वहाँ से मिल जाएगा ना. कुछ चीजें हमने खुले में छोड़ दी थी. Industry में we saw that not many questions are coming. So हमने जो leading areas थे वो हमने कर लिया था. So we were a little selective also. Can we be little selective on this? True. Road, railway, waterway, airway, and as it is, ये GS में भी कराते हैं. When we do GS also, there also it comes. There also it comes. अभी मैंने आपको एक fusion question दिया था. Development in trade, communication, information technology. That can also be there. Everyone looking at it. Cultural settings, settlements, regional development planning, and contemporary one. So I extensively used it for answer writing. These last 6 classes, have I given you adequate ideas? Have I invited you, like think about only maps. Don't think about, writing the answer in anything else. Let's have only boxes and words. Whatever exposure is needed for this examination, all my students, I'm saying the whole race was shown to you before, on, and beyond. How you can revise, how to continue GIDG or geography club, that will be there. Test series support will be there. Everything will be there. करने का problem कहाँ है? Problem सिर्फ ये है कि are you clear that you want to marry her or not? I was clear. I've never ever thought anything else. उसके बाद कोई tension ही नहीं है. No regrets, nothing. That's the best decision one of the best decisions I took in my life. I'm saying, if you take this decision to run this race, civil services race, trust me, this will be one of the best decisions in your life. When I took up teaching as a career, that was yet another decision, to switch over 2-3 careers and then finally, come to teaching. Amazing decision. It defines me who I am. So I'm inviting you. Why you are not taking this as a decision? And if it is your decision, show me the thirst. Show me the thirst. I have come across so many students who have said, sir, हमें नहीं पता है, अब आपको करने करना है. Yes, sir. अच्छा बताइए, I heard, like there are people who are short in height. but became great names. Yes, कुछ है आपके दिमाग में आते हैं कुछ लोग? Yes, Sachin Tendulkar is not very tall. Yes, गुड बैड अगली सब चलता है. लाल बहादुर शास्त्री, and told even Hitler. Yes, हिस्टोरिकल फिगर्स कुछ लोग नेहा कक्कड़ लेकर आए. नेपोलियन. यस, शिवाजी महाराज हाइट में कम थे. एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम. True. How many of you know of people physically disabled who've done great in life? Stephen Hawking, one IAS man. Ira Singhal. Ira was also a geography student. Ira भी geography की student थी. Ira was in my South Delhi batch. She was my offline student. So Ira Singhal or physically disabled people. Sportsman, Paralympic sportsman. Yes or no? Everyone. First thing which I want to observe is you don't have many names to top off. That tells me that your civil services preparation is only notes deep. कोचिंग से ज्यादा आपने कुछ और पढ़ा ही नहीं. And second thing is your preparation is not breaking free from this. You feel that I am a girl, I come from a rural background, I am a Hindi speaking student or Hindi speaking, my English is weak. Yes or no? I am an engineer or my academic is this and that. सारे limitations हैं. First of all, आप सिर्फ notes से पास होना चाह रहे हो, आपने कुछ और पढ़ा ही नहीं कभी. This shows me, like otherwise people with reading habits, they would really amaze me with the examples that will come over here. Yes, सबसे बड़ा फिल्म जो आता है physically disabled में विल्मा रुडोल्फ का आता है. So much so, विल्मा रुडोल्फ तो वैसे कौन बनेगा करोड़पति तक में पूछ ली गई. But then you have no such interest except you are just attending the classes. Look at your preparation and you want the best of the rewards. Sir, I did not have time. सारे के सारे limitations आपके पास हैं. There is no limitation. True. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. So please start bringing that out. If you want to clear this examination, सिर्फ यही classes नहीं चाहिए भाई. That's what I'm saying. Show me who Sanchari is. Show me who Aman is. Show me who Rakesh Kumar is. Sanchari is writing Pranjal Patil ma'am is the first lady blind IAS officer. So I want to ask all of you who are listening to me that when you put all that respect to these people, do you think that these people are in the real connect with themselves? Are you people in your real connect with yourself? क्या आप हैं? No, you're not. अभी सिर्फ class पे class. That is what we are. True or not? Yes. Think about it. चलिए, ये हुई बातें आपके बारे में. Some stories which I thought I can share with you, and then I'm very sure कुछ लोग तो अभी रिसर्च मेरा ज्योग्राफी तो खत्म करा दो. वैसे मैंने सुना है in parliament a bill is being discussed. Yes sir. A lot of discussion has happened. Yes, a lot of discussion has happened and no result is coming out. Discussion होता जा रहा, and then the speaker says that no more discussion, put it to voting. कोई और discussion नहीं. क्या बोलते हो इस प्रोसेस को? खत्म करो. All discussion finished. Guillotine. Have you heard of that? What is guillotine? Guillotine comes from that word वो जो मौत की सजा देते. French Revolution में ऐसे गर्दन रख के ऊपर से चाकू गिरेगा. Yes no? Your neck is there and that knife will come and chop off the neck of the convict. Guillotine. Whatever I had to teach, whatever you had to learn has been done. In fact, I want to tell you, if I guillotine the course right now, you have enough to clear this exam. Because the preparation for this examination will never be over. पढ़ते रहो. I said what is needed is your own connect. If you have your own connect, if you have the thirst and calm, it will happen. If I want, I can guillotine the course right now. Okay, bye बच्चों मजा आया. फिर मिलेंगे. I can do that also, and I can just say thank you for trusting me. किसी ने कहा था कि like starting में somebody said sir क्या पूरा कोर्स कराएंगे कि नहीं कराएंगे? हुआ या नहीं पूरा कोर्स? And somebody also said in the first few classes, sir, this thing क्या कहते हैं कि sir will GS also be covered in this? GS भी हो गया नहीं हो गया? GS के आंसर्स कर पा रहे हो नहीं कर पा रहे? So please pass the guillotine motion and put it for vote. So that is one thing which I would want. But one thing I want to ensure and assure all of you, people who have done paper 1 and paper 2 are finishing this. कम से कम एक हफ्ते के लिए 3 से 6 वैक्यूम होने वाला आपकी लाइफ में. That's my guarantee. You will send me a message, sir 3 से 6 मतलब जीवन खाली लगता है. मेरे लिए तो क्लासेस चलेंगे. But for people who ensure that they are attending all the regular classes in this slot and you have been attending them from paper 1, I'm telling you, you will have this feeling, very, very strong feeling. When I was in your position and when my classes ended, suddenly लगा भाई क्या पाया क्या खोया मतलब it's just vacuum. That's going to happen. Get that? So if that's happening, it's normal. Don't feel that it's lack of confidence. If you feel like, you can write to me there. आपके पास ग्रुप रहता है, सब रहता है, करते हैं, ठीक है? Sir will join A to Z then. हाँ बिल्कुल सर, मन नहीं लग रहा था A to Z में. If you're coming to A to Z, please do not come as a beginner. Come as a person who knows. Participate. Raise the level of the class. No, raise the level of the class. चलिए, तो सुनामी क्या होता है? Harbor wave. In paper 1, I've already talked about it. That if this is land and this is the ocean surface, yes, because of the frictional drag of the winds, what is created? Waves are created. Okay? Generally, it is a disturbance of the surface, a shallow disturbance. Depending on the wind, these waves can be large waves, these can be small waves. Yes, so they are disturbances. And if you are standing here, what will happen? You will be impacted by these waves. But these waves will be the size of a human being or probably human structures. But now what happens is the entire ocean bottom is shaken. Entire ocean bottom is shaken by a submarine earthquake or a massive landslide. Yes, or even a meteor strike. A meteor comes and strikes. Now what happens is energy is released, but that energy is not the energy of the wind that impacts only a little bit of water. The entire ocean is getting energized. Entire ocean is getting energized, and that energy will come on the surface in the form of a wave. Very long wavelength, short amplitude wave. So if there is a ship over here, the ship will not even feel much. But when this wave comes here in the shallow region, it acquires that towering dimension, and this is called a tsunami. 30 to 40 feet high tak dekhe gaye. 30 to 40 feet high, we have seen tsunamis coming and hitting. Is everyone okay? So in the ocean, it may not impact. Deep oceans, you may not see the perturbations that much, but when it comes to the harbor, it requires that. That is called tsunami. Where does it happen? In areas which are prone to such sudden release of seismic tectonic energy. Yes, sir? Seismic tectonic energy. So everyone, think about somebody throwing a brick at you. Will it cause some hurt to you, some injury? Yes or no? But an entire building collapsing and the brick falling on you, which one will be fatal? So when I say a brick thrown at you, that is just frictional waves. But when we are talking about this is a huge energy of an earthquake with itself. So in paper one, I had talked to my students about the tectonic plate boundaries. Generally, in areas with plate boundaries, we experience such things. So Pacific Ring of Fire, the periphery of Pacific Ocean, the Pacific Ring of Fire or periphery of Pacific Ocean is one such area where we very clearly find that earthquakes are very common. Even submarine volcanoes and other things, they may trigger this, and because of that, the entire ocean water gets energized, and when the waves reach the coast, they will acquire that dimension. One famous example is Japan is one such island group which is often impacted by that. As far as India is concerned, so Indian Ocean boundaries are mostly stable boundaries. Be it West Asia, be it Africa. So this side is stable, everything is stable. But this place, it becomes a boundary. इधर ही आपने सुना है सुंडा ट्रेंच भी है, ये सब इधर. So this is Indo-Austral plate. Yes. And here what do we have? Here we have the Pacific plate, Indo-Austral plate, Pacific plate, and here can be a microplate also. So we are looking at plate boundaries. So when we are talking about India, we are looking at Indonesia, Indonesian archipelago, Philippines archipelago. They are the ones which are tectonic. 2004, a severe earthquake came over here, which sent out tsunami disturbances, and when it hit the Tamil Nadu coast, that created a disaster for us. Yes, sir? So tsunamis are created; they are often created because of these disturbances. But every earthquake will not lead to a tsunami. Is everyone okay? So you need to have that amplitude of the waves. You need to have a kind of coastal topography that it should obstruct the wave. Yes, sir? So not every earthquake would lead to it. Not every location will be prone to tsunamis. So when it comes to India, we find that India did not have a very known history of tsunamis. Generally, the fishermen, they are the ones who are very used to these hydrometeorological disasters. So storms, tropical cyclones, and other things, they are aware of that. If they have seen them, they would record. If something happens of the scale that happened in 2004 tsunami, the kind of killer devastation it produced, people would have known about it. But unfortunately, even the fishermen of the east coast of India had never heard of it. Oh, हमारे किस्से कहानियों में भी नहीं था. It was not even in the folklore of India. So imagine how infrequent the thing was. But when it happened, it clearly created a huge disaster. And there came the need for disaster management. So everyone, if you remember, two blocks converging, yes, two blocks converging, either they can fold, but if a crack comes, what can happen? One of the blocks can go up. Remember, up thrusting, up thrust, interplate thrust fault. Do you understand? I told you about this in Himalayas also, middle and inner Himalayas. Earthquakes happen when plates move with respect to each other, and whatever is the frictional stress between them, when that gets released, so energy is released. When one plate is forced to dive beneath the another plate, this plate is going beneath that. There is no way to do it except that some component of a vertical motion will be there, and that can create a tsunami. Okay? The 2004 tsunami that happened from the Pacific Coastal Marine Science Center, this is what we got. The tsunami that occurred in 2004, this island was called Sumatra Island, Sumatra Andaman earthquake. It was 9.3. It was 9.3. The scale of Richter was 9.3, caused vertical displacement of the seafloor in response to the slip on the interplate thrust fault. Do you get that? Interplate thrust fault happened, and the disaster invited attention of affected countries, and then tsunami early warning systems were set up. Get that? This tsunami-genic earthquake was one of the 10 worst earthquakes in recorded history, and this was the single worst tsunami in history. So this many people had never died because of that. Beyond the heavy toll, it also has an impact on the environment of the region, and the disaster also called a substantial geophysical impact. So in that, I would say the tectonic, the entire lithospheric adjustments that happened, be it isostatic adjustment or tectonic adjustment, all of those things were changed because of this tsunami. Is everyone okay? So what are we into contemporary issues and contemporary issues about tsunami management in India? Before I get into that, I just wanted to talk about the tsunami. So tsunamis have come before also, tsunami have come after 2004 also, but 2004 stays in our memory for its devastating nature. In 2004, tsunami prompted National Disaster Management Authority to come up with tsunami risk management guidelines. The guidelines किस लिए होती है? Agencies, many agencies are involved. Say, for example, local administration, police, National Disaster Response Force, and other things also. Say, like for evacuation, we have medical expert, even civil society, NGOs. So when we are talking about all those agencies, what should be their roles and responsibilities? What should be the preparedness? And if it comes, what should be the mitigation? Get it? Guidelines like awareness generation amongst the people, capacity building, education, training, research, how to rescue, that was missing because at that time we did not have that. Yes, sir? And when we know that a tsunami is coming, why not we have an alert and warning system, early warning system? This developed at Indian National INCOIOS, Indian National Center for Ocean Information Service, Hyderabad. So early warning system किसने बनाई है? Everyone. So in your answer, you can use this also as content. That Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services at Hyderabad has put in place a very, very state-of-the-art early warning system, which has computational and communication infrastructure with sensors, data generation, dissemination of tsunami advisories. All those things are there. Everyone, did we get the color code? Color code of cyclone. So can we say what is the early, or for tsunami, what do we have? We have the early warning system. For that, we collect sensors. Through our sensors, we collect the data and disseminate them. Seismic and sea level data. Seismic is earthquake, and sea level is where we monitor sea. Sea level कैसे monitor होगा? Sea level पे हमने क्या किया है? We have put tidal gauge. So tide is there. Tide is rising, falling, rising, falling. But if the change is too much, that is there. Can you see entire coast? West coast, east coast, everything is there. We put such system on that to collect data and then custom build software applications. So what will happen? Tsunami warnings and tsunami watches will be set on preset decision support system. rules and dissemination, and there are something called as SOPs. And I don't know how many of you live in coastal areas. East Coast पर इसके लिए NDRF drill भी कराते हैं, drill on tsunami. Okay, that so that is also happening. In fact, whether this has been put to test or not, 12 September 2007, Indian Ocean, there was a 8.4 earthquake on Richter scale, and the efficiency of this system, the system was able to give us early warning much in the sequence. So हमने test भी किया है, so that is also there. So do we get that? So tsunami, when we are talking about, so first is NDMA said that there should be a tsunami risk management guideline, make people aware of it, whatever R&D, whatever data is there, and INCOIS has also got an early warning system. And remember, a hazard will turn a disaster based on the vulnerability. So please identify the vulnerable group. Yes, when the vulnerable group has been identified, work with them, and you also need to, just in case, like something is happening, that disaster must be mitigated also. So for mitigation guidelines were made. So if you are in the coastal area, your construction should be in concordance with the fact that a tsunami disaster can come over here. So Bureau of Indian Standards, BIS, has come up with criteria for tsunami resistant design of structures. Is everyone okay? So pre-disaster preparedness, intra-regional responsibilities are there, and we have the early warning systems. We have made people aware, training, research, and everything is there for mitigation. We have also kept these building codes. So this can go in your answer. And as a response, when it happens, this disaster actually happens. Say for example, when we are talking about this, so mitigation and response. For response, what is ready? Local police, civil defense, home guard, state disaster relief response force, NDRF, they all will be there working on this. Further, the guidelines, the generic guidelines of Disaster Management Act can also be applied on this. Is everyone okay? So tsunami के लिए क्या मैप बनेगा? मैप ऐसा कुछ नहीं. You can just give the map of various tidal gauges. You don't have to select so many. कंडला रख लेना. कंडला इधर हो गया, मुंबई हो गया, मार्मागांव हो गया, मैंगलोर, कोची. Yes. Chennai, Vizag, Paradip, Haldia. Major ports लिख देना. Just write the major ports and including this 13th one, which is Port Blair. That will be enough. Okay, that अगर आप islands में लिख रहे हैं तो आप देखेंगे मालदीव्स में हमने माले में भी लगा दिया एक और इधर नानकाउरी में भी लगाया. So that is there. But the idea is anyone who's doing all the important ports will be able to do that, and then you can make 2004 tsunami as the case study also. Is everyone okay? So this is for tsunami. Let's take a break, and after the break, I will be talking about something on transport, some topic which I've got for transport. Samyak has asked something, a new geography optional batch. Would you please guide me where to start with? So Samyak, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. New geography batch foundation. Get that? And on 27th, if you are on this Telegram group, there is Ask Me Anything. वो भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? So this Telegram group is there. I would reshare it so that you can also see that. Ask Me Anything session done. 27th, 11 a.m. Get that? So it's 16:30. Let's meet after a break, 16:40. If you have any topics, you can also bring. This is your last class, so it's not about me speaking. मैं तो कभी भी guillotine कर सकता हूँ. Get that? See you after 10 minutes. Everyone? I was just thinking of giving you a question. Some questions these days are coming from the schemes also. Yes or no? So in geography optional, there have been some questions which have been based on certain schemes. So let me give you some practice on a scheme-based question. So we've already talked of transport in our class, trade and transport. Yes or no? Road transport, if you remember, road is the most versatile mode of transport. We have the second largest. These are certain things. We have the second largest road network, and the transport on the road is almost 2/3 of all goods. 2/3 of goods. 90% of passengers in India are using a road. So that is a very important one. Okay, that. And if you're looking at highway construction in kilometers, so FY21 was one of the highest that we are looking at. Yes, no. Department of Economic Affairs for this thing, we are looking at roads and others where we have attracted PPP. public-private partnerships. So you can see that even the private sector is interested and investing in the road construction. So that is a normal thing. Government is also ambitious. Government is giving out many tenders. And the program that we are running for road highway development, what is the name of that program? Quickly, the project awarded by NHAI, you can see the number of projects that have been awarded have been the highest, outlay of the roads have been the highest. Gadkari ji is going full on with that. So what is the highway development program? Gati Shakti तो बेटा पूरा ही वो है. Gati Shakti का highway development में भी एक component है. Gati Shakti is about the entire transport thing. So Bharatmala Pariyojana, perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. So government of India has emerged as a key player in this. Government policy is to increase the private sector participation. We want them to be there, and you can see that in the roads, it has been there. Government has permitted 100% FDI in the road sectors. So even foreign investment, if that is coming, we are willing to do that they can come in this. And the government is running this ambitious program called Bharatmala Pariyojana. I've already given you the details of it, the 6 components of it. And it is aimed to build highways from Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, and cover the entire string of Himalayan territories also. Government has also created this national infrastructure pipeline. उसके लिए भी बहुत सारे funds दिए गए हैं. Gati Shakti national master plan is also there to develop infrastructure and movement in India. Is everyone okay? So in your answer, such words should go: private partnership, foreign direct investment, Bharatmala Pariyojana, and all those things. Get it? So I expect kuch to apne, if you remember from my class, I just wanted to give you a sample of a question and then see, what can we, how can we deal with it. So say for example, a question is, please write down, assess the progress of Bharatmala Pariyojana and highlight its role in expansion of industry and regional connectivity. Industry and regional connectivity. With me on this, everyone? Now to answer this, there are 2 parts. Which part is more fact and which part is more of a brainstorming part? Which part is fact and which part is brainstorming? A and B. So the progress is fact. The progress is definitely fact. So how is it going? कभी मैंने आपको fact भी दिखाया उसमें, how road sector is going and all that. The progress is fact. And progress has to be spatial and temporal also. So temporal, did you see? We showed the temporal in terms of the graph, and spatial will be in terms of map. So we get that. But its role in expansion of industry and regional connectivity, this can be thought of, can be come from brainstorming. And is the question asking about the main points of Bharatmala पूछा है क्या? Has he asked about that? What are the postulates? No. But should we give those components or not? Yes. Say for example, upgrade existing national highway. Will it come or not? Box item. Already मेरे दिमाग में box item. और यहाँ पर क्या बनेगा? यहाँ map बनेगा. 2 illustrations ready or not? Upgrade existing national highways. National highways which were created under the UPA government, yes, under Bharat Nirman. Remember golden quadrilateral? उनको change करना है. ठीक है? उसके बाद क्या? New expressways and highways. More highways will be there. Yes. This time I told you feeder roads. Did we not say feeder roads? Did we also say port connectivities? Did we also say border connectivity? Good evening, Bachchan. Did we also say border connectivity? Yes or no? And its conjunction with multimodal transport, other transport also. Is everyone okay? I'm very sure यहाँ पर introduction में context आ जाएगा. If India is looking for its growth and GDP to be there, its transport and logistics should meet the global standards and meet the demands of its economy. Yes or no? Content में will we talk about the golden quadrilateral has to be upgraded, and it has been upgraded, and the roads under Bharatmala Pariyojana, details of which given in the box. Highway has been increased. Financial year 2021 had the highest allocations, budgetary allocations, and highest sanctions for highway. Construction में भी highest रहा, and even PPP में भी highest है. Support कहाँ से लेंगे? Support ये बेटा हो गया one place. Highway construction in India, can I say FY21? Is it assessing? Am I assessing? No. PPP में roads have acquired the maximum. Yes or no? Projects awarded by NHAI are the maximum over here. Outlays for roads have been the maximum. Is it assessment? This has been done keeping in mind that nearly 2/3 of the goods and 90% of the passenger move by that. Is everyone okay or not? True. So am I assessing? Am I assessing or not? Am I assessing or not? Okay. If you want some data also, India has 5.89 million kilometers of road. Yes or no? But I want to tell you of this, did I not tell you that only 1% is national highways? 2% is state highways. How many of you remember that? Almost 1,40,000 kilometers have been upgraded. Till FY 2020. Yes or no? 2,000 kilometers of expressway have been identified. True. So all this data which I'm looking at, has to go into that. And other than that, do we have dedicated freight corridors? Dedicated freight corridors and industrial corridors have been linked. True or not? Yes. न्यू हाईवेज, अभी ये बुंदेलखंड हाईवे बना है. बुंदेलखंड हाईवे बना, अभी न्यूज में था. क्या बुरे न्यूज में ही हो? टूटा है कि नहीं टूटा? Yes. Do we also have the चार धाम परियोजना? Were we looking at that also? Tunnels in Jammu and Kashmir, J&K and Arunachal and BRO has also achieved that. True or not? Will all this come here or not? Will you say there are some problems like the rainfall, monsoon check the highways? That's also there. Map क्या बनाओगे जल्दी बताओ? Especially how would we show it on the map? छोटा मैप भी बनता है यार. Yes, first we will show golden quadrilateral. Then it's east-west corridor. ये तो चल ही रहा है. Yes or no? We will also show the freight corridor over here and the connectivity. Then we can show many more things other than this. Beach may be buffer. Those feeder roads have been created. You can show port connectivity to that. Yes or no? यहाँ तक हो गया. This is what, have I assessed the progress or not? Is the first part of the answer done or not? Based on your class material, can you do that? This map has to be innovated. इतना ही लिखना और नहीं लिखना यार. Did I write everything about Bharatmala? No. Whatever were the major things, I've written that, and we have some data also, and we have worked on it. कुछ famous expressway, Taj expressway डाल दो, ये डाल दो, जो भी मतलब आप ही के एरिया का डाल दो. If you're from Maharashtra, put something on Maharashtra. If you're from Rajasthan, put something from Rajasthan. West Bengal में चल रहा है. You will find Nitin Gadkari has given, like full free hand. जिसको सड़क बनानी बनाओ. Yes, you can also add that because of National Highway Authority and this now fast tax system, lot of revenue generation and public-private partnership and 100% FDI has also helped in the progress. However, the bottlenecks still continue of the quality of the roads. Yes, and also with climate change and other disasters, many roads get destroyed also. Is everyone okay? Can we talk about that? अब आता है its role in industry and regional development. Now your 1.5 page is done and 1.5 page is left. So industry and regional connectivity कैसे करता है? Second part of it, industry and regional connectivity. How does it do that? So can I say backward forward linkages? A simple case study can be food processing industry. Yes or no? Can I say that road transport, food processing industry? Yes. Then industrial areas, national manufacturing zones with dedicated industrial and freight corridors help in accelerating the manufacturing activity pre and post manufacture. True or not? Yes. Can I also say that transport arteries have a spread effect? They have a spread effect. They lead to conurbations. Conurbations are developing, and as a result, auxiliary industries can also develop next to that. Yes. Delhi, Mumbai. Delhi, Mumbai. इधर कोटा आता है. कोटा क्या हो गया? एजुकेशन हब. yes no, कोटा ऐसे तो नहीं बन गया. True or not? Yes. Mumbai, Pune, Nasik. Can I say industrial area? Port is also there. Other things are also there. True. In between Gujarat. Petrochemical, textile belt. Possible? Are we looking at that? In this, the NCR expansion towards Dehradun, towards Chandigarh, yes, towards Agra, Can I take it as a case study? And I also told you, along with this, what do we have? We even have the dedicated freight corridor. True. One, two, three. Feeder corridors. Feeder corridors, what do? They ensure the region between two cities are connected. Yes or no? This brings rural connectivity also, rural urban connectivity. Therefore, what will happen? Rural development will also happen. Because of this, what will happen? Rural development will also happen, and multi-modal transport system possible. Roads are the best way to connect all the modes of transport. True. So the second part we'll have to think and link and write in the remaining 1.5 page. Is everyone with me? Any questions on this? So if we are getting a scheme, we must be talking about that towards the end. We will say, the recent initiative of National Infrastructure Pipeline and the Gati Shakti. The Gati Shakti allocations are a step in the right direction. They would give the much needed impetus to the transport sector, particularly roadways, which Bharatmala stands for. Arif, NLP क्या है? इधर लॉजिस्टिक पॉलिसी तो चल ही रहा है, वो तो अभी जो बात हुई है लॉजिस्टिक, अब मोदी जी ने चीता से जोड़ ही दिया लॉजिस्टिक को, तो टेंशन क्या? भारतमाला परियोजना में towards the end you can talk about Gati Shakti logistics and all, but not in the body. In fact, when I talk about Gati Shakti includes logistic also, no? Though we are talking about new, what is in news is obviously your logistic policy, you would want to bring that. But that is not the body of this. So the question was on this. Is everyone okay? Do we realize that this answer was mostly GS? How do we make it optional? One is here, we bring in a map. Second is here, we bring in a case study, spatial case study. Yes. And third is conurbation. This part, the spread effect, is this theory or not? Paper 1 se humne liya. Did we take that? Paper 1, a map, a spatial case study, all this is going to make our answer more geographical. Is everyone with me? Okay. Somebody said, sir, somebody sent me a message saying that energy security is still left. Energy security, though I have talked about in energy resources, but just to remind you, for energy also, I think I shared this. So electricity generation, if you're talking of electricity, this is power sector, which I have shared. Otherwise, I have shared about oil and gas also. But in the end, we are looking at power in this. So electricity generation in India, we can see that electricity generation in India had some issues coming in. Yes or no? A big reason has been that our big reliance is on thermal. In thermal, we need a fossil fuel. Yes. Coal, we saw shortages. Oil and gas, we saw price spike. Both became a problem for us. True or not? So everything was there, but then it created a lot of problems for us. So this is something which we realize in the power sector. Our focus has started moving towards renewable sources of energy. Renewable sources of energy, you can see renewable sources of energy are gaining big way, and this government has been focusing on that, which is a very good thing. Regarding the hydel, more or less it is fixed. We cannot increase the hydro beyond something because it has its site and location issues associated with that. So renewable sector in India, renewable energy is the fourth most attractive renewable energy market in the world. India is ranked fourth in wind power, fifth in solar power, and fourth in renewable power installed capacity 2020 data. So you don't have to worry about 2021 or 2020. That's good if you have that. Though I have got some data for you also. So we had installed 227 gigawatts of renewable energy by financial year. This thing, so India had set a target of 227. अब हमने इस target को और भी बढ़ा दिया. Yes, by September 2021 we were 101 gigawatts हमारा हो चुका था. Government plans to double the share of installed electricity generation through renewable 40% by 2030. India has also raised solar power generation by 5 times. That has also been there. Government is preparing rent a roof policy and target generating 40 gigawatts from the solar top. Can I say this is data? If a question comes on assess the renewable sector, does the class give you the data? Does the class also give you how to go about looking for data? Is everyone with me on this? Okay. We have our INDCs also. INDCs, we will reduce our emission intensity of our GDP from 30 to 35% by 2030 level. We'll derive 40% of our electricity from non-fossil fuel by 2030. इसको भी हमने upgrade कर दिया. As India looks to meet the energy demand and so on, it is expected to reach 15,820 TWH by 2040. Renewable energy is set to play an important role by 2030. Renewables को हम बढ़ा दें. ठीक है. You can see renewable installed capacity, it has increased that is on the increase. Overall, we are looking at other things are there. Most of it comes from solar. Second is wind. So solar and wind. Others are small hydro and biopower. So 4 of them you must always keep in your answer: solar, wind, biopower, and small hydro. And we are looking at constantly this graph is increasing. If I extrapolate, so these were not final data. So that's what we are looking at. We also have a green energy corridor. We were talking about solar, wind, hybrid policy, solar power and ultra mega solar power projects are also there. Government is aiming all those targets by 2022. We have looked at Paris Agreement, the potential capacity and its policy focused on renewable energy. Renewable energy will account for 55% of the total capacity and all those things. What is this? This is all data. Is everyone okay? Government of India wants to develop a green city in every state. A green city will maintain environment-friendly power through solar rooftops. Government schemes क्या है? 100% electrification. India achieved 100% of electrification. Under the Saubhagya scheme, we have the green energy corridor, we have integrated power development scheme, Din Dayal Upadhyaya Gram Jyoti scheme, and all those emission reductions. We have already talked about this. NTPC का आपने देखा था, largest floating solar power plant जो रामागुंडम में उन्होंने commission किया था. The books end over here. The books end over here, and now the question comes on energy security. Can you see? Energy security will require some assessment from our side. True. So I want everyone to look at the question. It is not just I just gave you some data that what is we are dependent on, and obviously this data has been given in the class also, but the question would be slightly more challenging. So let us look at that. The key to energy security in India lies in diversifying energy resources or energy sources with special reference to renewable energy, explained with examples. Everyone can clearly see. Can you clearly see that in this, whatever we have read is just dead content? But now in this answer, we'll have to create a context that India needs energy security. Yes, and that is not possible if we do not diversify our energy basket. We cannot rely on fossil fuel alone. We will have to explain that also why we cannot. Yes, sir? Why we cannot. Then we'll also have to say that what all other options are there. Renewable is the option. What are the 4 types of renewable? We said solar, we said wind, we said bio, and the small hydro. So that also has to come. So all those sectors have to come, and it has to be geographical also. So quickly think, how would we approach this question? Geopolitical tensions may be a context on climate change. Do you think that this is going to be the issue? Everyone, do you think India की एनर्जी का जो context है वो ये है कि geopolitical tensions है? आपको ये लगता है? Energy security, is it about a transient thing? अरे context छोटे नहीं रखे जाते. Context are to be big. Context for geography courses, to know geography to the extent that any exam in geography I'll be able to do well. It is not about the context of geography. You should know what is Deccan lava plateau. GHG emissions of coal waste energy generation can be the introduction. Why are we looking at that? I'm saying India, think about India. India is amongst the top 3 economies of the world. Yes or no? Are we amongst the top 3 economies now? True. To run that economy, energy security is a must or not? Energy security is a must for what? For running its population, its industry, its services, and everything. Geopolitical tension, greenhouse emission, that's a different story that we are talking about. So can I say sustainable, reliable, affordable energy supply, all times, all regions, is a must to ensure energy security in India. That would call for a broader think of number one, diversification, and number two, focus on sustainability through renewable energy. Because the question is on diversification and renewable energy. No? I'm saying my dream, my need of sustainable, reliable, affordable energy supply at all times in all across all regions can be met only if India goes in a broader think of diversifying and focusing on sustainable renewable energy. और यहाँ पर आना चाहिए एक पाई चार्ट. Current energy mix, because we want to diversify it. No, where will I get that pie chart from? Pie chart तो भी दिखाया आपको. This is the pie chart of current energy mix. Do you get that? Thermal, renewable energy, hydro. Do we get that? This is what we are talking about. So बनाना पड़ेगा कि नहीं उधर? Can you see more than 50% is this? Get that? Around 30% इधर आ रहा है. That has to be made. अगर नहीं है तो बन पड़े. एक पाई चार्ट आ जाएगा. इंट्रोडक्शन सबको समझ में आया. अब यहाँ जियो पॉलिटिक्स लगा रहे हो. जियो पॉलिटिक्स, क्लाइमेट चेंज, ऐसा. I'm saying all that is included in this. I want sustainable, reliable, affordable energy supply at all times across all regions of India. That would mean energy security for India in the present energy mix. The present energy mix, however, is not supportive of that. So यहाँ पर क्या आ जाएगा? ये हो गया आपका thermal. This is renewable energy sources. What is this? Hydro. And what is this? ये intro में लगा देंगे box. चलेगा? So what do we need to do? What are the two things that are needed for this? Diversification and focus on renewable energy. Okay. So should we know the benefits of diversification? Should we know the benefits of diversification? We are supposed to explain, no? Explain का मतलब क्या होता है? Why? Why of diversification? Why should India go for diversification? Yes. Over reliance on thermal. Can I say especially coal? True. They are less efficient, more polluting. Therefore, remember we wanted sustainable, unsustainable. Get that? Oil and gas, import based. Import dependence is high. Therefore, unaffordable. Therefore, it is going to be unaffordable. True or not? So we wanted sustainable, affordable, and universal. And universal. Can I say not universally available? So we need to diversify. Yes or no? They are location specific. Bachan Pal says, sir, my subscription is going to end soon. So some few lectures of paper 1 after foundation. Maybe I will not get this opportunity. Just came here to say in live class that you have made geography optional so easy and simple to understand. Started loving the subject. I am so glad, Bachan, that you are loving the subject. My request is, जो भी आपका टाइम बचा है उसमें अपना पेपर 1 तो कंप्लीट कर लीजिए बेटा, रिकॉर्डेड वाला. You should be doing that. And there are many things. I'm sure if you've done paper 2 with me, I do believe that my students should have that independence of reading and generating. Why should you be dependent on me? It is not sustainable. Yes or no? So a teacher is supposed to be a support system. I'm glad that you used me and my classes. I wish you all the best. ठीक है. अच्छा, एक और चीज होता है इसमें थर्मल वाले में, these big projects like we have Hydel. Yes or no? Big projects like Hydel, they have a very long gestation period. True or not? And huge investment. That's also a problem. Everyone, am I giving logical things or not? You can very well give examples also. Any dam you're talking about, multi-purpose project, आप कह सकते हैं, even river interlinking is not possible because it will require a lot of loans on that. Yes or no? अच्छा. उसके बाद conventional thermal energy. Thermal has the issue of waste disposal, effluent, and emissions also. Yes or no? Can I say old and redundant technologies? Everyone, my question is very clearly, key to energy security in India lies in diversifying. Have I given the examiner the reason for this? The reason for this. हो गया नहीं हो गया? ठीक है? True. Now I want to know the second part. So we must diversify. Therefore, why हो गया? Therefore, we must diversify. To what? To what? The question says, to renewable energy sources. Explain why. Can I say B is explain why RES? B is why renewable energy sources. Do you get the content? How we are creating the content? The question is driving my content. Yes or no? Can I say it is more sustainable, less polluting? I want it sustainable, more sustainable and less polluting. Can I say India's international commitments of emission control? Yes or no? Say for example INDC or net neutrality, net zero commitment. ऐसा कुछ है हमारा? Will that also be achieved or not? Yes or no? Renewables have the advantage of renewables like solar can be decentralized, can be made decentralized, bottom up, grass root empowerment. Possible? Possible? Less raw material required, low or smaller gestation period. Is everyone okay? But not easy due to bottlenecks. Technology, patents, remember? Patents, WTO restrictions are there. We have looked at that. Yes, so we are looking at all those things. Technology constraints are there, patents are also there, and we are looking at times, the scale of energy generation. We are looking at a higher scale. At times, it is not there. Workforce and other things that, but the question is not looking at that. So one paragraph we will talk about that. But एक renewable energy potential का एक map होना चाहिए, where we are able to show solar, wind, bio-based energy, and last is the small hydro. जल्दी से map बनाओ. Quickly make a map and see if we can show something. S is solar. Can I say solar here and solar here also? True. Can I say biofuel की जगह biomass कर रहे हैं? Biomass in this area. True. Biomass here also. Wind energy. Wind energy, if you remember, Tamil Nadu coastal areas में wind है, Gujarat में wind है. Remember that we had already talked about that. Yes. Small hydro can be here. Rather than big ones, we can go for our hilly states where we can have our small hydro developing in those areas. Northeast. Can I say some small hydro here also? In the Western Ghats? Possible? Now, tell me, can I add, because this is the what India is doing, but can I add some ideas like tidal, geothermal also? Yes, you heard of Oga Valley in Ladakh, Manikaran. I talked about Jalgaon in Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh में Tattapani. Yes or no? So can I write geothermal here in Jalgaon, Tattapani, G. Is it okay? Can I put some tidal? Not everywhere. Durgadwani Creek we are looking at. Tidal has some challenges. As I told people who are doing oceanography with me, the tidal is not everywhere available. We need a tidal range also to be there. True. Are we also trying hydrogen gas? Hydrogen as a fuel. So this can go somewhere towards the towards the conclusion. We are looking at hydrogen as a fuel, biogas, and other things which are also coming in our understanding. Everyone, have we talked about this? The key to energy security in India lies in diversifying. We said why Renewable energy, why? Did we talk about where also? Yes. And did we use words like sustainable, reliable energy and affordable energy supply? So when we're talking about decentralized, the principles of sustainability are also incorporated in that. So those ideas, if we are able to include, did we use pie charts, did we use diagram, did we use data and points, we can very well use them. So as I said, once again, answers will come only when your content was closed. Content to jo kar liya. You have to smartly put that in your answer. If you know that, the job will be done. Otherwise, it will be a challenge. Practice question, Didu. Try doing a practice question of similar lines. Many people ask me, sir, paper 2 के questions are very, GS like. How do we make it geographical? So that is why I'm giving you this practice. कौन सा? ठीक है, ये है ना, क्या है? हर घर नल और नल में जल. Yes, Jal Jeevan Mission. Assess the challenges in way of providing piped water to every rural household in India by 2024. Will you have to read something on this or not? थोड़ा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Yes, will we have to read something or not? Read it and try that practice question. Is everyone with me? So I don't know how many of you remember that. I think in paper 1 I was mentioning the story. There's this old woman in a hut. Yes. And she is looking for a small little hairpin she had. She's looking for a hairpin. Get that? This old woman is looking for a hairpin outside her hut. She's standing. There's a lamppost. And she is looking for a hairpin in this area. Get that? Frantically searching, quite some time, distressed. So man was observing her and he says, Amma, may I help you? She says, yeah, I'm looking for a hairpin. This belonged to my daughter. Uski aakhri nishani. She died young. So I'm very fond of it. So he said, don't worry, Amma, I'll look for it. Both of them are searching now. Looking. They're not able to locate it. So he asked Amma. He said, Amma, where exactly did you drop it? Because it cannot move away. Where exactly? She said, I dropped it somewhere here. He said, you dropped it here? Then why are we looking here? She said, because this place is illuminated. This is too dark to find. Yes. This is what is available in YouTube. This is what is available in course PDFs. Easily available. Yes or no? Content. What is hidden? Context. What is hidden is this, everyone. Answer writing. I don't know how many of you are actually participating in answer writing. इसमें हम काम नहीं करते. किसमें करते हैं? ये वाला easy लगता है. Do you not see that this is easy and this is the real challenge? Am I wrong that we are making that mistake? You want to clear this examination? My parting message to all of you is find out where the pin was dropped. Find out what is important. मजे में बात करने बहुत मिलेंगे. अभी रिसेंटली मैंने देखा किसी ने कहा न्यूज़पेपर की जरूरत नहीं है. You all know without language नहीं होगा, but मजा आता है सबको. So people liked it. These are the popular things. Amazing popular things. But these are the things which will make a difference, the real things. True? तो क्या करना है? पलट, तेरा ध्यान किधर है? तेरा core इधर है. This is the core of your preparation. This is the periphery of your preparation. You have to move from the periphery to the core. That was my intention. Towards the end of the course, I totally left the periphery. I said, "Our core pe aate hain. If you are not able to do it, I will do it. I'll demonstrate it so that you can get that." My intention was not to frustrate you. My intention was to put you into the real shoes of a person who writes the exam. I hope that whatever I had to share in this course has been of value to you. I know at times I've challenged you. I know at times I've even scolded some of you. I know I pushed some of you to certain limits. Ki bhai karo, socho, and some places I would even say, "What nonsense are you talking?" Yes or no? I hope you've not taken it to your heart, and you've taken it in the right spirit. You've taken it in the context of it, not the content of it. Okay, that? So my parting words to all of you: I wish that all your efforts are rewarded. I wish that you understand the context of life so that the content of your life goes according to that. And I also wish that you choose the context. Not all contexts are given to us deterministically. Yes or no? We can choose them. We live in a possibilistic world. Boy, girl, rural, urban, Hindi, English, whichever region you belong to. You have all the right to a great dream and the associated future with it. Make it happen. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Okay, then? If you have anything to say, you can. Next 2-3 minutes belong to you. Otherwise, I'll end the class and I'll meet you all again at 6 o'clock in the environment class. And all your thank yous, all your gratitude, I am taking it humbly. And thanks a lot for participating in this course. Thanks a lot for keeping me inspired as you were inspired. And I would also look forward to you telling people also who are looking at this examination and who really want to work on the core, help them reach this course. Get that? Thanks a lot. Thank you, Sanjali, Neha, Pratik, Sneha, Deepak, Sandhya, Pragati, Shivanshi, Ajit, Ramesh. And many of you, I know Ramesh, you are in a job, and many others along with your jobs, you have been doing this. Ambuj, many who were able to reach me in the live class. Naman, Vishal, you're welcome. And people who are listening to me on recording, I know you've been in the course because I can get it through your assignments. So I know you kept your integrity and commitment. So it was a pleasure. And I would want to see you in the top ranks. And I would always want to tell you that whatever you do, those are your choices. Be proud of them. Okay, so thank you. And don't miss the environment course. It's a great course. So I will see you in the evening at 6 o'clock. Let's have a quick break over here. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. And the Telegram group and other activities will keep you supported even after the course is over. And for some people, even after subscription is over, that will continue. Thank you. Bye-bye.